Now, some people might suggest it was all going so very well. Oh yes, we're talking about the visit of the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and meeting our current British Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer. Uneasy times, let me tell you, chums. But now things have really escalated behind the scenes. As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. You have to smile at the world of politics, because when you get world leaders together, we'll have a lovely wave, sorry, when you get world leaders together, it very quickly falls apart. There's no two ways about it. You see, while the brilliant lionesses were stuck with Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner down in number 10 Downing Street, up in the beautiful area of the United Kingdom that is Scotland, well, Donald was holding court, President Trump. Oh yes, and he was holding it, well, some people might suggest, as best as only he can do. And this is because he decided to decry the current Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, very much admitting to call him Sir Sadiq, even when somebody reminded him he looked blank and looked straight through it. You have to admire President Trump.
If you're mayor, I think he's done a terrible job, the mayor of London, but a nasty person. I think he's done. I think
he's a friend of mine, right?
No, I think he's done a terrible job, but I would certainly visit London. Yeah. And you know, politics is pretty simple. It's I assume there's a thing going on between you and Nigel, and it's okay. You know, it's two parties. But generally speaking, the one who cuts taxes the most, the one who gives you the lowest energy prices and the best kind of energy, the one that keeps you out of wars, he's kept you out of wars, but the one that keeps you out of wars, you know, you have a few basics, and you can go back 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years, whoever does these things, but low taxes, keep us safe, keep us out of wars, no crime, stop the crime, and in your case, a big immigration component, you know, because I know that your attitude has become strong on immigration, strong on the toughness of immigration. But I think whoever's going to be, I think I won because we had a lousy president, to be honest with you. We had an incompetent president. But I won because I was very strong on immigration. Now, we had inflation. We had sort of a bad economy with this guy. We had a lot of problems. But I focused on immigration more than I did anything else. And I think I won because of immigration. I think I won because of the border. I had a bad border where millions of people were coming in to our country illegally. And as you know, in last month, 0 people came into our country illegally, 0. So we went from a bad, incompetently run border to the most competently run border that anybody's ever seen. There's no windmills. But if you look at another
He basically said that the Mayor of London is a nasty person who's done terrible things for this wonderful city. Now, you can imagine how squirm and toe-curlingly embarrassing this was, and he went on at length until the British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, had to interject and point out that he was a friend of his. That made no difference to the President of the United States. And this goes back, of course, way back now 5 years, when the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, hit out at the President saying he wasn't welcome to the United Kingdom. Mr. Trump bounced back. He's a stone cold loser. So consequently, a lot of fans were accrued. Now, as you know, currently the Mayor of London is proving to be one of the most unpopular mayors in London history. Meanwhile, the city crumbles. He worries about selling his climate book and zipping off to Africa to try and, well, do what? Nobody asked him. And of course, he decided to turn himself into some kind of ambassador. Why is this now truly embarrassing? Well, it all boils down to really this. President Trump has spoken for many people over here, and many people feel that absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, the current Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, should simply resign. Crime's at an all-time high, the transport's terrible, the council's falling apart, but consequently all we get told from him is he doesn't know what rape gangs are, and he can't understand basic English when he's questioned at the Mayor's question time in City Hall. You can understand why people have had enough. But this has proved very difficult for Sir Keir Starmer behind the scenes. You see, now This is where this gets interesting. The Mayor of London wants Sir Keir to denounce, interject and stand up for him against what President Trump has called him. This puts the Prime Minister in a very difficult and thorny position, because we need President Trump, we need that very much special relationship from the United States to continue in our quest to develop, while the rest of them are pulling us down at each and every corner. You see, the President even highlighted the fact about free speech. And Keir Starmer had the audacity to sit there and say, we're very proud of it over here in the United Kingdom, clearly forgetting anybody who writes hurty words on social media is then slammed into prison. Meanwhile, on a daily basis, the unvetted invaders, illegals, are walking amongst us. And that can be everything from rapists to murderers. You see how this works. So many people over here are championing absolutely 100% and grateful for the President of the United States for speaking out in defence of London and the United Kingdom. Behind the scenes, though, will Keir have the bottle to stand up to President Trump and absolutely 100% denounce what he said about his Mayor of London? This is now an ongoing developing story, and apparently Khan is less than thrilled that Keir didn't say even more to support him on the world stage. In fact, you could say that Keir Starmer, a little bit like Sadiq Khan, has fallen short on many different levels. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.